Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to today's edition. Let's share the show, please. Welcome and welcome. We have a lot to talk about. As you can see, the topic we're going to be zooming in on two branches of government today: the legislature and the executive. Share the show, please. The legislative branch of government and the executive branch of government. Let's share the show, please. As you join us, let us know where you're following us from. The rest of the crew or the team should be joining us momentarily. But in the meantime, let's share the show. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about. Today we'll be on the hour mark as well. We get from your own time. So let's share the show. Some very serious things need to be discussed. Yes, we can hold the president accountable. Yes, we can hold the vice president accountable because they're the first two leaders of the government. But we need to look at the government, especially the first branch of government, the legislative branch of government. We want to talk about them today. We should have access to the full budget. We're looking forward to hopefully discussing the budget on the weekend or in the next few days here. But in the meantime, let's share the show. I think that is the most important thing you can do right now. Share the show, please. That's what you can do right now to help. Let's share the show and let us know where you're following us from, please, as you join us. Let me bring in Milborn. While Milborn setting up, let me get ready here for
you. Good. Steve, are you getting me?
Yes, Milborn, I'm hearing you very, very loud and clear. Okay. Yvonne, welcome to the show. Yvonne is watching us from Triangle, North Virginia. We're going to start the feedback. Tavis Bashu is watching us from Pennsylvania. Let's share the show, folks. As you come on, let us know where you're following us from. Like Monk always say, like, share, and comment. Please. We have lots of national issues to discuss. Very serious. We're not playing games. We're not playing around. We need to hold those people accountable for what's going on in the country. And we're not going to play around. We're not going to play around. They will have to do what is right. Let's share the show in the meantime as you come on. Share the show, folks. As you come on, let's share the show. Let's share the show. Let's comment. Let's like. Let's do what we need to do. Let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Share the show. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Share the show, please. No bon. How are you?
Well, I'm great. Thank God for life. At least stay alive. Our father, the old man, still giving us the opportunity for us to be alive. So I'm great. Thank God for life. And today is Tuesday. The sun shining out there a little bit. So at least thank God that some of us we don't have the means of going to washing areas or the washing machines because of the economy. So we gotta wash our clothes and put on the sun. Make sure that you wait until when the sun comes to make it dry. So at least thank God the sun is shining a little bit on today. So I'm great, thank God.
So you're happy that the sun's shining because that will save you some money.
Yeah, actually, that which of course we banned for a very long time. You know, sometimes my brother will see these things, people want to get angry, but at this age and time, you know, something happened. Even like today, I've felt so, you know, I'll right to my way, you know, in front of my house, I wear there. So, you know, your sister, she trying to, you know, to bounce back on her feet. So the person who a little bit happy, the person not come today. So I have to go there and fetch 1 or 2 buckets of water. So they one of our ardent follower, you know, saw me and the person started shouting my name. So other people said, I made one fetching water. I said, but what wrong with that? We gotta that's the system, that's the thing. It's all having the prep, all of these things running into our homes. We gotta get away by ourselves and fetch water. So again, my brother, that's the life. But we thank God at least that we live in this kind of life at this age and time of ours, especially Liberia, as we are approaching 177. So again, my brother.
You went to draw water.
My brother, now today, I'll go draw water today. When I saw me today, oh my just child, maybe cooler. So you know, people, well, I've learned to live my life on a low key, not let too much, you know. Yeah. So,
but at the same time too, that show that you be born 9 to 10.
my man, I don't want to be no B-boy. B-boy, look,
my man, that also show that you be born in the town. That means you do any funny thing, your story will come outside.
That all that thing I can be a for all the because you know the deacon shapes event is it. Man, I can't get to another one.
When you go over there, you don't be afraid. Anyway, let's be the monk. Monk, what's up? When you go over there, you can't be afraid.
Where?
What's up, guys? What's up, man? What's up? Go ahead, maybe you're saying something.
No, go ahead, Chief. Brother, may I want to talk something, and after we're talking about so, I'll just put a secret out one day. Tell you, go ahead, my brother.
Maybe won't be bought out because you understand the financial consequences and the status symbol that come with that whole idea of a big boss. So maybe won't keep it cool. I love that. You love to operate from behind the scene. He don't need that unnecessary attention. Man, a family man, man.
And that's just it. You just nailed it 100%, my brother.
Yeah.
And then I don't give for no. Actually, I gave to people. Even to maybe frank, we don't want to be seeing these things on the radio, but sometimes our inboxes can be flooded, my brother. Let me be frank today. You know, they say someone will come on the radio that I always say to people, Steve and Virginia Monk and Sekou, sometimes they are angry because instead of you having something to do out there, you have nothing to do. But you have got depends on hand out for other people, friends, you know. So sometimes it's just frustrating. Sometimes some of us our little teenagers, sometimes when you come, we gotta don't compare no, my brother. You know you have friends, you have other people. So go ahead, Virginia Monk.
Well, another day to be alive. A blessing, like I keep saying every day. Our weather here is not too bad, looking a little bit cloudy. It's not hot. Look like it want to rain. I had an appointment earlier this morning. I'm back. So we're ready to rock and roll on the second day of July, 7th month of the year. So can you imagine 5 months from now, we'll be talking about 2025. It seems like eternity, but it's just a few days from now. That how fast the years go by. You won't believe how it goes.
Folks, good afternoon. You don't want to miss today's edition. It will be hot. There will be a lot of things going on. We'll be covering a lot of topics. Specifically, we are trying to put our hands on the budget that was released, but from the signs, signals, and everything that we're getting, folks, Joseph Boaga lied. He said he reduced the budget, the office budget, to 2 million. But in the budget that he signed and approved, it's 3 million. We'll get into it. Look, the legislature lied. They increased the budget to almost 1 million and change. They lie. They lie to you, they deceive you. They deceived your. Yeah, we'll get into it. Let me tell you something. These people are up to nothing until you can stand up. These people will take you for a ride. The legislature is as criminal as the executive. But we'll get into the details here and the nitty-gritty and things that's happening. The people lie to you. They fool you. They play your big time. They play your big time. But anyway, we'll get into the conversation today. And we'll get the budget. The hard copy will go line, or we can say line by line. We'll tell you how they lie to you. How they put money there just for themselves, to enrich themselves, to get rich. We'll tell you. Our responsibility to tell you. Our responsibility is not to tell you what to do or how to do what to do. It's to get the information. How you use the information, what you use it for, is on you. But our responsibility, the people lie to you. The people duped you. Even in the high economy, the people increase the budget from CDC time. They increase it from CDC time. Honor Joseph Boga, they increase the budget. Let nobody fool you. The president increased the budget. All of them increase the budget. So criminals you got on here. So criminals and liars. But we'll get into it. This is very frustrating, annoying, depressing. It's very, very disturbing. You would think that the government will be looking out for its people. After all the criticism from George Weah, from CDC, only for them to play you, only for them to lie to you, only for them to deceive you, only for them to make you look like you're a bunch of stupid people. That's what the government is saying to you. But we're getting into the conversation today. It's very sad. It's very disheartening. Very, very disheartening that the people that you stood in the sun, in the rain for, the people that said they will harmonize their pay, the people that said they will do the one, they will do the other one, that the people, I see that other crook that they don't get another crook Henry Costa passing around with him, that Henry Costa will resurrect you, Dara Dillon. Henry Costa are credible human being. Henry Costa get credibility. Henry Costa is as criminal as you are. Henry Costa can be the president. Henry Costa got no integrity. All of you got no integrity. You're a bunch of criminals. Even the Henry Costa man, all of you. You got no integrity. And Henry Costa will kind of say what in who that other one Joe we hadn't used and done. That I want us to be somebody of integrity. You're not really in that country. You're not really, really serious. You're not really, even in your criminality, you got no shame. But today we get into the conversation. Please share the show, folks. Please share the show. These people lie to you yet. That whole rescue thing that they lie to you. Joseph Boga is the chief liar. He lied to you. The old man is a lie. Can you imagine old and lie in the same sentence? We're real behind for true. But anyway, let's share the show. Let's share the show. Today is the 2nd of July. The time here is 11:25 a.m. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. Sometimes it just gets frustrating. You don't even want to come on the show. Look, sometimes when some of us, it gets personal when some of us sit and see how much these people who expect to do better for our people. How can y'all do your own people like that? How can you even live walking knowing that you anyway? It's very sad. Sometimes I feel for our people. It's very, very sad. People that can't afford to eat, people that can't afford to pay their children's school fees. You'll put millions in the budget for you. How? How can you do your people like that? Even if they say you are cruel and you are evil, how can you play your people like that? How? And I don't want to say I'm supposed to dignify and call them honorable, and you insult the honorable, and if calling them criminal that insult them, I will insult them every day. If calling them rogues that insult, I will call them rogues every day. Take it how you want to take it. Feel how you want to feel. It doesn't matter to me. It made you vex. Don't steal. Don't be a rogue. Don't be a criminal. Don't be a crook. Don't be a liar. But until that can change, every day I will use those adjectives to describe, because of the behavior you're carrying. Your own BMSP on your own people. The country that you live in. That they play your life. That they play your life. You're not living. It's different when you say criminal are criminal, but it's different when you say I will dupe somebody else who I don't know. But you dupe your own people. The country you live in. The country you live in. You undermine the country that you live in. The country where when you get sick, no wonder why when you get sick, you're flying to India, America, and other places. Because you don't uphold standards in the country, the thing you're supposed to do to better the country, you don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. The basic things. Why you putting 3 million in budget for you? For what? To do what way? President Bwagara, oh man, what does he have to do with 3 million? What does he have all those people there employed that are not doing anything good? What is the purpose? When we say you get this, what is the purpose? You got children who can barely go to school, and you got 3 million in budget for you? I mean, yeah, come on now. President Joseph Yuma Bwaka was vice president. His budget was almost 2 million. Yo, come on, man. Yo, come on. Yo, come on. Patient Costa is a criminal. He not been criminal because he visited Delon, and criminal because he been a criminal from day one. Costa is as bad as Delon. Oh yes, all of them are the scene 6 and 7. If you're who supporting your abona, open your own your. It's on your. You're who support Costa. If you don't like those adjectives, it's on your. But the facts are the facts and they are reality. As well be scared to call Costa. They ain't really here. The time we were calling Costa, and I your praise and worshiping him, until he exposed himself to all of you. Yeah, poor yeah, man. Costa then the least of the conversation. Costa then down it. Costa then down the line. Costa then a dead bed at the dump site. What they can laugh for their friend man there. And he laugh for Dylan, he put Dylan in power. He dead bed. He gotta be going to visit Dylan in the office. You know, serious. If he was serious man, he would have gone to take money from Sir Joseph to sell his seat to be senator. Sir Joseph and Costa met in Delaware. We told you when they met and they gave Costa the first batch of money before the election. You think that Joseph Bwaka stopped Costa from running the election? Costa not important, man. Not important. He's a loose cannon. He's not important. He's not ready yet. He's not ready. He's as criminal as Delon. I'm saying it and I stand by it. The facts are here. Costa will be serious man, man. Costa a funny man. He's not serious. He is not a serious man. He is not a serious man. I'm not afraid to call Costa out. Oh no, I'm not. We've been on the road before. And I will call him out anytime the need arises. For you to go take a picture and make Dylan also will be light. Because he's not serious. Dylan is a light criminal. That's what Dylan is. Talking about Dylan not life. Dylan not life for you're the criminal there. You're not life for people who are not in criminality. That means they'll be afraid of going, oh, you're not ready yet. You're not ready yet, patient. You're balanced. You're balanced. You think I'm a single fan. You think I'm part of your funny group. Anyway, I get to the conversation. I don't leave no prisoner. Anyway, we're getting the conversation. But folks, let's share the show. Because today, like I said, the show will be hard. The show just starting. We even go anywhere in the show, you just want me up. People catching. You catch feeding here. You're catch feeding. You're catch feeding. Go. We catch feeding here. You're not catch feeding yet. You're catch feeding. The show that will be hard today. What some of you will bounce on your set. You're joking. You're not ready. You're catch feeding. But anyway, folks, let's go into other news really quick. Then we'll go to Liberia before we get into the topic. Mark, anything caught your attention from an international standpoint, or anything, or any news that you ran across these few days, or this morning from yesterday?
No, really. I'm just the only thing that I saw this morning was the Israeli the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force. I think they're trying to mount some pressure into the Golan Heights against Hezbollah on their northern border, and they all set up to go. I don't know if it's going to lead to a full-scale war, but that's where they are right now, and it was the only thing. I don't know. The U.S. government is yet to make a response to their move, but I didn't see that much on the international scene in the U.S.
But Monk, that's something that you predicted, because I saw it also that there's a clash on the Lebanon border. That's something that you said that eventually, you said it before when the war started, that eventually This war will escalate in Lebanon and other places if things are not put under control. So when I saw it this morning in the humanitarian crisis going on in Gaza, I said, it just ran straight to mind. You came straight to mind. I said, Monk said something about this thing extending to Lebanon and Hezbollah and all the other different guys. But go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I make that point.
I know it will extend. Look, we're in an election year. Expect a lot of things to happen. I tell people, get prepared. The worst is yet to come, because all the global powers will be competing. They want to influence. Anytime there is an election in America, the whole global politics change. Everybody trying to gain influence. Everybody trying to make the election to go in their direction for a preferred candidate that they think in terms of policy will be leaning in that direction. So I tell my people, like, we yet to see a lot of things, a lot of bad things that might happen before November, and they're just the beginning. Something will spark off. Some major global issue will come up, whether it's a pandemic, whether it will be from the United States herself, whether it will be in the international scene, whether it will come from North Korea. Something will have to give before November, because the US will be going to elections in November. So that one I can expect it already. I said it that the issue with Hamas is just like a smaller fish in the pond. The main problem in the Middle East would be Hezbollah in Iran. And Iran is saying that if Israel keep moving into Lebanon against Hamas, then it would turn into a full-scale war. And when you hear Iran talking, they are not the one talking. That China and Russia talking behind the scene. That's just why it is. So we expect to see something that will gradually change or alter the entire U.S. election from an international standpoint. So we know that moment we get off the summer, we will start seeing these things happening. The other story that got my attention I seen New York Democrats saying that they will introduce an amendment to reverse the Supreme Court immediately ruling out. Like, you know what, in America, I don't pay attention. It's a waste of time. I all know it. We all know it's a politics. So they could care less now about the Supreme Court. In America now, when the Supreme Court does not rule in your favor, then somehow they are the problem. So that one is all election politics and election interference. So we'll see how far it goes. But I know nothing will come. I predicted that every single case against the former president would die of natural death. We see them happening already. People can watch the TV, or they can interpret things how they want to interpret it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, the U.S. the constitutional republic. There is now a democracy. People keep confusing America with all democracy around the world. I said, no, this is a constitutional republic that is governed only by law. And the will of the minorities are always protected. In other countries, the majority will always have the rule. In America, the will of the minority is protected first before they can consider the will of the majority, because it's a constitutional republic. And so we know what will happen. And two stories from Liberia caught my attention. Weston got Finley. He complained that the state-owned enterprises are not making a remittances to the consolidated account. It means, I told you guys that we don't have a country. We're pretending to have a country, but we don't have a country, because the way how democracy works around the world in Liberia is a whole different thing. It might look like one, but we are far from there. It's like, at these state-owned enterprises, they generate their own money and do their own thing. They are behind. We are 6 months into the new fiscal year. I mean, the budget year. And Weston got Finley had a meeting with because he's the chairman on the Senate Committee on Revenue in the Senate. So it was the FDA, the LPRC, Immigration Services, NPA, the LRA, Commerce and Industry, and the Ministry of Land, Mines, and Energy. These guys are literally collecting money in terms of revenue and using it for themselves. And we know, I said it before, I said there's a business model in Liberia. You are being controlled by a bunch of sophisticated criminals. They know there will always be a budget shortfall, because if you are going 6 years into the fiscal year, 6 months into the fiscal year, and state-owned enterprises are not making their contribution to the national budget, what do you think is going to happen at the end of the day? There will be a massive budget shortfall. And when there are massive budget shortfall, who you think going to take their share first? Those same criminals will take their share first. They will find out their own operation, and you will be left on the hook. So when we come here on SKTV, when we give you this information, when we try to be your advocate, you don't understand these things. You call here, you make crazy comment, when in fact people are here telling you exactly what's going on. And the second story was, I think Mervyn Cole, one of the lawmakers, saying that the whole 285 yellow machines, F-moving machine, are nothing but a mafia operation. That was the description. It was a caption that Front Page Africa carried today. I don't know, maybe if we get time, we can read the article so our people can know exactly. Maybe some of them might not have the time, and that's what we're doing. SKTV, we just give you the information. So I think those were the two stories that caught my attention from back home.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Monk. Let's go to the guys from Liberia. Quickly, in terms of international news, I have to agree with Monk that a lot of things happening both in the U.S. and abroad. Yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled in the immunity case. However, um, they're yet to have a hearing here for the judge to determine, on that case. But the Supreme Court has already said something about it. And so once the judge rules, it goes back and then things will be clarified. And so at this point, we're waiting for the judge to rule, but it seems, it appears that there will be no case, nothing brought up to Donald Trump after the elections. So any other case that has to do with the January 6th or whatever it is will have to be after the election. So I agree with Mark on that based on the ruling. And so things are turning fast. And yes, around the world, things are happening really, really fast because everybody's trying to influence or impact the election in the U.S., whether for the current leadership or against the current leadership. This is geopolitics. People are doing what they have to do. And again, this is geopolitics. This is not just a joking matter. You might think this is a joking matter, but this is not a joking matter. People are looking ahead. They're predicting the future already. They're forming strategic alliances and doing things, that would benefit their interests at different levels. So, hey, this is politics. This is how it plays out. This is how it works. And like I said, it is what it is. But we want to get strictly into Liberia. And then what caught my attention from Liberia, another disgrace again to the legislature. I was just watching Credit to Spoon talk. We give credit to whatever credit is due on SKTV. And we call out when we need to call out. And the good thing about us, we can walk and chew gum on the show. When you do good thing, we call Credit to Spoon. Just before I came on the show, I saw a clip of them pointing out the different flags from the different counties that are up at Capitol Hill to tell you how much these people are irresponsible and reckless. You see the flag there, the Senate pro tem from Grand Basil, the flag tear just for you ambush. Dirty and nothing. But the one who can be passing around making people wearing clean clothes. You're all dirty. Then you wear clean clothes. You dirty. That's what it means. Oh yes, that's what it means. Oh, you know that? If you're hot dirty, I don't care how much of clean clothes you wear, you are dirty. I don't care what kind of spray you put on you dirty. Oh yes. You get dirty flag and hanging over there. It's looking pash. You can even spend money to uplift the play on your head. Let's talk about the flag because the flag by the way up there. Even your bathroom now you can go in to the Capitol building there. How you keep your own place you go to wear dirty? Then I see some of your wear. I don't know how you can even live. But you're dirty criminals. You're passing it around. You're play while you're dirty. You take all the money, you put it in your pocket to go spend it on funny thing, and they play while you go to work. You can even take your hey. Then you also take serious. I look at the flag in the money and say, but nothing surprising to me. Nothing surprising to me. They can't, even in a criminality, they can't care for themselves. They can uplift their own offices, the place they stay, the place they go to work. They can't clean it. Then a flare was hanging up there. Your county flare up there. My own county, my give me a lover county say, sorry, I say, I ain't even worried, sir. Because if my two people then can be sanctioned, what else? By the way, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you quickly, Lawrence, and then we'll go straight to Melbourne. So Melbourne, take over right after Lawrence, please.
Well, Mabel, good evening, President Moore, good evening, the rest of the following the show this evening, whatever time your timeline may be. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Well, we are grateful here in this part of Bone County. China Union has just dedicated the road that they were facing a few weeks ago. The road has been dedicated. One of the things that really drawing the attention of the people here is the issue about the bosses that were brought in the country. Especially when we discuss it on a platform, it draw the attention of many people, even some supporters of the Unity Party are not really happy with the way things are proceeding in the country. President Moore, brother, things are hard. Things are getting hard. Even the rescue team, some of them, the supporters, people who supported them, they are crying right now. You visit some of the tea shops, some of the Atai centers, you will hear them complaining on a daily basis. Yesterday was one of the days when one of the heavy downpour of rain to see people moving here and there to see how best they can get one or two things for themselves. It's not easy, my brother. So right now you can drive from Bon Mines to the district headquarters in less than 30 minutes. We have a very nice road now. China York is doing extremely well, even though we can't praise them altogether because they are the highest investment in the country, $2.6 billion investment. So we hope and pray that they will do more for us in this part of Bon County.
Well, thank you, Lawrence. So indeed, Steve.
Maybe I beg you before you coming in as well. I said that Lawrence. So was that an update for that part of the country?
Yeah.
What's about
for Lower Bon?
What's about the price of gas and other things?
Well, the price of gasoline remains the same, $8.50 at the station. The diesel is around 1,000 Liberian dollars, and the fare of transportation from Bon Mines to Kakata is 350 Liberian dollars. Even the motorcycle as well, 350 Liberian dollars.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry about that, Milton. I just want to make sure we double check on all the information before we move to you. Go ahead.
No wahala, brother. No wahala. We are still moving on this the show. So indeed, thank you. Indeed, today is Tuesday again. Having to be another busy and nasty day again for us as people, because the reason is there are so many things happening, especially coming from the lower house or the first branch of government. But before that, last evening there was this terrible news from rehab. A little kid by the name of Ishmael. No, sorry, it's not Ishmael, but James Kelly. James Kelly, last evening, mistakenly, according to the information we got, was shot dead yesterday evening from rehab. According to what we got yesterday evening, the police officer was like chasing or running after some of the drugs dealers or those people who are involved into drug business. And while into that situation, one of the police officer by the name Ishmael Traore discharged his firearm, and mistakenly, according to the information we got from the Liberian National Police, the gun or the shot went straight into James Candy, 15 years old boy, and he passed off according to the information that we're getting. So indeed, yesterday evening, that was one of the terrible news coming from rehab about a 15 years old boy that was shot dead on yesterday evening. So again, today is Tuesday. So many things happen, especially coming from the Capitol building, where today we saw or we witnessed some opposition lawmakers were seen to the rally keke or tricycle, saying that because since 6 months this rescue government refused to give them vehicles or refused to give them their benefits or so on, so that they can be able to get vehicles. So because of that, they will be riding keke or to be going to work. And there was some mixed reaction to that. Some rescues officials were also praising them, saying that yes, indeed, that's the best thing to do, because at least that will also make the money to go back into government cover and be able to do development, while all are saying that no, that's not the right thing to do. You cannot strangulate the lower house like that. So indeed, there are mixed reactions, and some of the lawmakers, they are saying that they're going to remain on what they are doing. They're going to ride the keke throughout until all the while. So far so good, apart from some of the news on yesterday. These are some of the major ones back home, Steve, and that are Prisoner Monk.
Let me come in 1 minute, Steve. You know, something that can really piss me off on Liberia, right? That's why I keep telling you we don't have a democracy in Liberia. We don't have a country. It might look like one, but in reality, we don't. Right? You're looking at a guy who happens to be the highest earners in the country. That the average civil servant in Liberia, whether you are a firefighter or teacher or nurse or maybe a policeman or army or soldier, their salary cannot even come anywhere closer to these guys. I think if you do the calculation, when you look at the pro-temporal budget, it would take the average employee in Liberia, assuming that they are making $150 per month, it would take them 80 years of their life to make how much the Senate pro tem will make. And you look at these guys, they talk about they are protesting. When was the last time in Liberia that lawmakers protest on behalf of civil servant salary? I'm not talking about the average people, right? So it just tells you in that country, the people who are being affected, they could give a rat about them. Because I know lawmakers are entitled to their benefit or whatsoever, but looking at the pay disparity alone and how much they infuse into the budget for themselves, for you to see the guy talking about they are protesting, I want to see someone protesting for a teacher or a firefighter or a nurse in terms of increasing their monthly salaries or allowances or extra incentive. But you telling me about a lawmaker in a country that the average person won't even come that closer to you in terms of any potential, and you're talking about guys that are giving gas slip, that are giving a retreat budget, that are giving entertainment budget. They're talking about they are protesting for benefit. Where? But that's the country we find ourselves. I mean, I saw that story today, boy. It just sounded laughable to me because I was like, okay, yeah, you are not giving your benefit in the lower house, but in proportion to how much you make as opposed to the regular people, you shouldn't even be the one protesting. I want to see lawmakers protesting for Saver 7. They are not Liberia making a little bit of progress. Not lawmakers protesting for their own benefit when you find they are the highest earners in the entire country.
Mark, let me again agree with you 110% on that issue. I saw a brief video, and we'll come for you to read that particular thing on the yellow machine stuff. I saw a brief video today of the lawmakers in Keke, and they're making news. They get money to rack Keke. They get money to rack Keke. That won't make the guy in Keke. They got money. That won't make it a rock Keke.
They got way more than money, right?
They're supposed to walk. They're supposed to walk. They don't do nothing in that building anyway. But it's a useless thing they be doing there, putting money in the pocket that I want whosoever come, that I want to be break, that wants to be news. That I want to be news. They're not ready yet. They are part of the serious problem we got in our country. So who's supposed to the common citizens will sympathize with them or empathize with them? The monk said, "When the last time you saw any one of them raise their voice for when they closed the university that some of them went to, the LU? When LU were closed a few days, how many of them went there and protested or stood with the students? Maybe apart from Yeke. How many of them? And most of them got their education from there. Some of them not educated. Some of them semi-illiterate. The only thing they care about is corruption. So what I want to be news. Who's will be battle with that?
I know, that's why I think it was laughable. Why should I be battle with lawmakers not getting benefits?
What kind of benefits are they supposed to be getting? The who? What thing they doing? What thing they doing? For them to go there and put money in their own pocket, they all get benefit on top of it again. Then people are supposed to go. What expect the Liberia people should kind of join in protest? In fact, the things they don't even know their rule. They don't know their own rules. They go about red, and that means they'll be protesting. Joseph Boagas will take money and keep it to himself, and they still be protest. There's something wrong with them. They know they get power. They don't know that. People, man,
so Steve and Mr. Monk, the problem here is the representatives or the senators or the first branch of government, they can always be used by the executive. And you know that there were all the problems started from. You know, sometimes when you're talking to them like this, I can admire it 100%. But like President Mon said, in fact, they are the higher earner, and maybe I will little bit look at that because mind you, we still having some of the executive or ministers who are making close around 10, 15 to 20,000. Right? That's another aspect. Now, they started with the executive on this kind of thing. Executive will use them, cajole them, and sign some documents or sign some bookwork agreements that they know at the end of the day tomorrow, all these things when it backfire, the citizen going to go at them, but still they're not still thinking. Or sometimes...
Let me disagree with you. The executive does not use the lawmakers. The lawmakers are criminals in nature. Let me say again, including the leaders. The executive does not use the lawmaker. What the Constitution says, they're separate branches of government. Separate branches of government with different powers. Let me tell you something. One of the most important things you can do in your life as a human being is to know your value and your worth. That is one of the most important things. If you as a lawmaker don't know your function, don't know your worth, don't know your value, and you get somebody from the executive come behind close and give you 500 and they sign some kind of paper and you go, you sign it, and then later on you come in public, you talk foolishness, I suppose you. I supposed to say what? They force the lawmaker to sign it, they force them to sign the paper that they sign, they force them to sign that budget. And that the same lawmaker then say they were sitting down and reconciling the budget, but we're waiting for Chairman Musa Hassan Benedict so that we can discuss the thing on Sunday or another subsequent time when he's available. This past Sunday he was not available. We need to talk about some of the all the other lawmakers that I used to be calling on here, talking about where is Adopo? Who are lawmakers who are passing around talking funny things on the show. We're waiting for him too, so we can discuss all these things. Why the Dubious lie to the Liberian people? We'll bring the budget, we'll discuss all these things. Let me tell you something.
You know another man we need to bring on the show, Steve. You know another man.
Let's be clear. The executive, I beg you, arrange your end the thought, I beg you, so you can make your statement. Let's be clear on this. The executive never use them. They're all accomplices. They're working together against the Liberian people. Joseph Boakai never used them. Joseph Boakai never used Fanatic Kofa. Fanatic Kofa, in fact, Fanatic Kofa is a criminal. You know that? Yes, Fanatic Kofa got criminal record here in the United States. You made that kind of man speaker, and I saw the pay to be a serious country.
I know, right?
In that country.
Yeah, what I wanted to say, I said, another person we need to bring on here, the lawmaker from River G that came on the last time concerning the budget that was justifying. Yeah, the one that was justifying why they were giving additional money. Because I told you, if you are hearing Western God Finley raising or ringing the bell and raising the red flag about state-owned enterprises not, remitting to the consolidated government account, what do you think is going to happen? That's why I said, the reason you guys gave themselves extra money, it was to justify. That's why they came up with some bogus 46 million. Where are you going to get that money from? State-owned enterprise, we're talking about halfway into the fiscal year or the budget year. You can't even remit to the government account. And you want to tell me that you guys will generate 732 million. You want me to believe that? I should be the stupidest fool in the world, or even bad that you even come closer to that, because they did it to justify the extra money they put them for themselves, because they know at the end of the day, if the government cannot raise those revenue, but then they will have already finished getting their share, and that's where the cut can be coming. So whenever there is a cut, whenever there is a recast, the average person in Liberia will be the one that will feel the pinch, because at the end of the day, those guys will not let themselves to work scot-free. They will pay themselves first. That's how they come up with these fake numbers. They come up with these kind of a crazy and outlandish budget so that you can buy that. You know what? We raised the revenue from 692. That's why I keep asking him. I say, if the Ministry of Finance Development and Planning and the LRA can tell that they can only come up with 693 million, how you guys are coming up with 732 million? He said, we gave them the power to be, there were always money on the table, but they never had the power to go and raise revenue. Now, the very state-owned enterprises, some of whom they get way to the Liberian economy, if they're not remitting to the government consolidated account, how can you even get closer to that? But like we said, it's all bingo. It's a Chinese buffet. It's all about them. And they will keep milking the average person in Liberia every single day, because I get the nature of their business. They will get their share, and you will be left on the hook as the average voter. So we here, Steve, I don't know how to put it, but there's the most I can say for now concerning Liberia. We don't have a country.
Yeah. Steve Brazilian more is still my one man. Second, Robert, that's going to go away. I've been there. Hey, man, can you imagine 7 teachers? I know a teacher in the district. They've been making $60 USD with 1,000 Liberian. Teacher, government teacher, the male government payroll, $60 US with 1,000 Liberian.
$60.
Yeah. So somebody making thousands of dollars, you must get back. Like that, the water, the way the ring can be funny, the water go there. Nobody get time for that. Maybe that beginning, nobody can get scratch car too. They don't want to be joining the in protest.
$60 a month, and you want to tell me that those kids that he's teaching will be better citizens for Liberia tomorrow? You want me to believe that?
Well, for a group of things, let's get into other side topics before we get into the Yellow Machine saga, because I know Monk been digging into that. He will get into the article, credit to Front Page Africa, credit.
Are you people getting, Steve? Steve, are you people getting access to the budget? Because
No, we
there are
have
a lot of complaints.
We have not
There are a lot of
100%. We have not 100% yet. We are working on getting it so that we can digest it and also talk about it. Today,
because I'm hearing that the president budget has increased from the previous draft one.
Yes.
That's why the
they
budget
increased
being
the
the slow
president
room
budget to
for the
3
longest,
million
and they
as
couldn't
opposed
print it
to
into
3.4
him bill.
million. It was increased draconiously, criminally, and that's why you see then they put a lock on the budget at that time. But let's get to this. Let's get to this part. Are you guys hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm getting you loud.
Yes, yes, Steve. I'm getting you. You are loud.
Okay.
Yes.
So back to the DEA. This morning, the DEA suspended boss. The DEA suspended boss, A.B. Kuma, has refuted the DEA suspended boss. But Lofa, you said I didn't get it yet, Lofa. I don't know who sent it to. Did you send it to my email, Lofa? Send it to me, I beg you, please. Send it to me on WhatsApp, please, if you can.
Yeah,
I've not seen it yet.
I think WhatsApp will be good.
Yeah, Lofa, I've sent it to WhatsApp. Let me double check. I'm not seeing it here. But the suspended DEA boss,
which one you send me here from Democracy Watch?
DEA boss. I don't know if he's been reinstated or he has been, according to him, the investigation. He said the Fadiga brother and the other guy lie. And for all signals and sounds that we're getting, the Fadiga brothers will not make it. They will not make it. They fought a losing battle, like we said from the beginning. That due to lack of emotional intelligence, the case or his case that he had might be pushed through the window. And due to also the issue of who know you are know you in Liberia and the criminal group of people in Liberia, they will let him go. Let me say, and he is saying part of them. He's a crook. He ain't brother. The two fluffy boys are crook. They only care about their stomach. They are belly driven. You see them like that. They got no morals. You're here today. Those two boys you see passing around, calling fighting. They got no moral. They got no integrity. Two of them, no moral, no integrity. Both of them. They got no morals and no integrity. They don't stand for nothing. They're not men of their words. They are boys. They are boys who's worried about their stomach. That food been in the behind all day. They're not serious, man. The two of them. The Fadiga brother. Two fluffy boys. They're not serious. So it look like they lean the water, but that went on in that the business, nobody cares. And it's sweet for them because of the kind of funny thing that they won't be in. So the owner story about that behind the whole story. They might go talk it. They might go cry behind it or we don't care. We're not worried about that. So we'll move. We'll move to serious minor story there. Serious minor people there. Everybody not serious, both of them. But anyway, Mark, let's get to that reporting that you had earlier on. Let's get to that reporting about let's get to that reporting. What say you about the lawmakers, especially the lawmaker from Lawrence's County, Bon County? He's currently the chair. You're listening to this, oh. Yeah. Representative Melvin Cole is currently the chair on rules and order in the House of Representatives. You're listening, oh. This is serious. He's currently the chair on rules and order in the House of Representatives. So he B-man there. He not just anybody. But they see B-man is the one that allegedly used 75,000 when the legislature went for the retreat and said they use it to make ID for them. Funny thing, get funny in our country. Oh, So, Melvin Cole, yes, Monk, go ahead, please. What did you find out? What did you figure out about this Melvin Cole and what's
You want me to skim through it for the list for the viewers, or I don't know, because
yeah, quickly, let's skim through it quickly.
okay, very trade. And now long article it say the caption of the story is rejecting the mafia operation. It say Morovia, born candidate number 3, district number 3 representative J. Melvin Cole has accused the Bwaga-led government of violating Public Procurement and Concessions Commission on PPCC regulation. Representative Cole, appearing on Spoon Talk, described the procurement process for the earth-moving equipment as a mafia operation. As the host chair on rules and order, he threatened to reject Bwaga Yellow Machine loan agreement. Now they are telling you it's a loan agreement for it, so it'll be a bonus from the concession. Now they tell you it's a loan agreement. Okay, we just reported to be submitted to the Liberian legislature for approval. As a lawmaker elected with more than 19,500 votes, I will never support allocating money to an institution without proper procedure. Representative Cole said this undermines the credibility of our institution like the PPCC. The lack of adherence to procurement procedures suggests violation and disrespect for the laws of Liberia. That is what President Joseph Bwaga is demonstrating. Recently, the government of Liberia was unable to confirm and clarify the arrival of a large consignment of earth-moving equipment delivered at the Freeport of Monrovia, which drew public attention and speculation. The shipment widely circulated on social media, including numerous yellow machines and trucks, typically using large-scale construction and infrastructure projects. Some officials have hinted that the equipment is intended to for government operation. According to OKFM, the National Authority Managing Director Sekou Dukle confirmed the arrival of an initial batch of the yellow machine at the Freeport of Monrovia, including a fleet of heavy-duty trucks on Monday, but did not say that they are part of the package announced by the government. During the administration's first cabinet retreat in Monrovia last May, Minister of State with portfolio Mamaka Kaba announced that 385 pieces of equipment, including yellow machines and trucks, were en route to Liberia, prompting applause from those in attendance. A video showcasing earth-moving machines adorned the President Bwaga photos and the Liberian flag caption "Handover Ceremony." Presidential Infrastructure Program, President Joseph Bwaga, features Minister Sylvester Grisby, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Roland Lafayette Giddings, Minister of Public Works, praising the deal with Sonic Global, a Chinese-based heavy machinery manufacturing company in the Guman Group based in South Africa. However, despite concern about the public, including opposition parties and some members of the ruling party, United Party Alliance, who have questioned the transparency and legitimacy of the acquisition. Critics have also raised concern about the procurement process, questioning whether it follows legal and ethical standards and about the funding sources for this machine. In response, the United Party government retracted a previous announcement regarding a potential agreement to secure 285 earth-moving machines. Hold on one second. Earth-moving machines intended for road construction and maintenance. Information Minister Jerolimek Pia stated the government has not made a decision on the earth-moving machine. There was only a video unveiling the vehicle that the government is considering, but no decision was being made. Once concluded, it was announced, and all legal procedure will be followed. That's the information minister telling you now. Even though they made a presentation and calling the presentation that it was a turning over ceremony and that the machines were already en route, but he said no, they took a 360 saying that they haven't even considered the deal and they have to go through the proper procedure if they were to make the agreement. But now we hear another story. Representative Cole comments. Representative Cole comments.
More baby, wait. Let me digest it here. So your own yellow machine were announced. Nobody forced you, nobody asked you. You clap for yourself when you finish announcing it in your meeting. We'll start pushing your 9 young one pounds by and say that not to the yellow machine. You're giving the story that we were in the yellow machine story in the bus story. The yellow machine will put it in the back of the bus that you already carry. We behind your way. We're rushing with a yellow machine. We're not ready to bring a yellow machine story outside here. The yellow machine story is bigger than you think, Liberians. The yellow machine story got plenty of questions behind it. That they want a lawmaker that just small question. From what we have gathered, there are even big people that are asking serious questions about the yellow machine. Now no law petty criminal in the House and the Senate. Not the host, I don't even want to say the Senate. Only the host mustering the courage to ask them questions. The Senate, they already in line. Don't listen to the one they call and say errors over there. They don't know errors. that bunch of crooks packed together to steal. They're not at us. They're not at us. No, they're not. They're not doing what other people. No, the yellow machine. Here we are. The big question that I've been asked behind close. So that's why you see they're afraid to even identify the yellow machine.
So even accept their own machine, they don't want to
And
because they know exactly.
They had a meeting and said they will distribute the yellow machine on a cover and they will carry in a different country. You're carrying a different country. Don't see. You're carrying a different country. You're Sheena because before and cashier, funny saying and cashier in the time, the yellow machine, you got it criminally and dubiously. Even the United States government is asking you. You can say that lot. You can say that lot. The United States government is asking you where you got it from. We inside will be you. We are behind you. We're not leave this thing here. We told you this station, we're not leaving it with God. God not come and save Liberia because apparently the business decision we can make, so God care about us. We ourselves will face that country. We Isa. And we tell the Liberia more anyway, we're getting there. More reading.
Representative Cole comments came and made speculation that Joseph Boga has written the legislature regarding the purchase of the yellow machine. Cole, who chaired the Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration, did not confirm whether the president has submitted any agreement to the House, but noted that the president is being ill-advised on the matter. Even if this is very cool speaking. Even if we accept your agreement, why is he writing the legislature to approve the purchase of the machine when he was authorized? The president did not follow the PPC procurement or any competitive bidding process, and he did not return to the legislature for the agreement to be rectified. Cole asserted. He called for adherence to proper procedure, transparency, and accountability to maintain the integrity of public institutions to show that responsible governance. He vowed to reject any request from the president. The standard that the president wants to set is unacceptable. I will vote against it, and if a single Liberian dollar goes towards paying for those machines, we will ensure that there is no more procurement process in this country. Hold on 1 second. I'm in a garage here, and there's a truck passing by. So, okay, let me read that. Let me read that passage.
Don't rush with that part.
Yeah. It said he called for adherence to proper procedure, transparency, and accountability to maintain the integrity of public institutions and to ensure responsible governance. He vowed to reject any request from the president. The standard that the president wants to set is unacceptable. I will vote against it, and if a single Liberian dollar goes towards paying for those machines, we will ensure that there is no more procurement process in this country. We will shut down the PPCC. The president has set a standard where you can go and pick anything from anywhere. So literally, you call the president a criminal now. Now the president using the backdoor mean because it's like he's using the same procedure, but now it's in reverse. The cost of the yellow machine is estimated between 40 to 60 million, according to report. Cole argued that this machine could have been obtained through dubious means. I refer to it as a mafia operation because only such an arrangement could be a mafia operation. You must have a competitive bidding process required by law. Now go behind the scene to deal with the mafia and take our money to come and pay for it. So what Melvin Cole is saying that this machine could be acquired in a criminal manner, but the same executive branch through the president can come and say, oh, the machine costing anywhere between 40 to 60. I don't know how you do an estimate 40 to 60. They're talking about additional 20. You know, when they say estimate, I can say 42 to 45 million, right? It makes sense, right? But you cannot say estimate between 40 to 60 million. That $20 million in between 40 and 60 million. So he is saying technically that the president and his crew and his cronies use dubious means to get this machine, but then won't come back to present it as a loan to rip the Liberian people off. So that's why he's saying if this thing will go through, then we might as well rip the entire PPCC out of the government equation, because this is nothing but mafia and a criminal operation being orchestrated by the president of Liberia and his henchmen. That's exactly what he's saying for sure. But you can take over from there.
Well, Mark, Lofa, thank you. Lofa sent us the budget. A couple of people also sent it to us.
Yeah, I just got it from my people as well.
Simultaneously, it was sent from different people. But Lofa, thanks for pointing it out. We'll take our own time with the budget. We don't want to rush with the budget issue.
Oh, that budget aspect of day. We ain't even touching it today. We got to go through it.
We'll screenline and see where they put finger on your eyeball so we can tell you. We'll put it on the screen here. We'll tell you, say, this is where Joseph Boga stole. This is where Fanatikova stole. This is where Yomli Kanga Lawrence stole. We'll put all of that out there. That's what we ever. We're not got nothing else to tell you the truth. That's what we are here for. So Melvin Cole is saying President Joseph Yuma Boaga is a criminal. That's what Melvin Cole say. He's not man enough to use those words, but he's all use it because he's a legislature. He can say it because the president using backdoor channel and dubious means. And they started off first and say this thing our donation. Let me tell you what they want to. Y'all got a criminal government on here. Y'all have a criminal government on here. First of all, the so-called F machine, or whatever it is. Yeah. The 22 million gone. The question you need to ask yourself is the 22 million that they talk about, the first 22 million that they got, did they go towards that F machine? No. So they finished wiping that one. They went, from what we are hearing, allegedly they went into a deal. And this is part of the deal for your mountains. You're hearing today. But because the pressure behind it too much, so they decided to say that the Liberian people will pay for the F machine. So you know what they can do eventually? They can keep that money. They black out a whole group in executive. So criminals you got on your hands. And you don't be afraid to call them criminals. Don't be afraid. You're not insulting Boaga. If you behave criminally, he's a criminal. That's it. This is government. This is not private issue. This is not private thing. What these guys are doing is dangerous. It is very dangerous. It is very, 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 very dangerous. And you need not to shy away from the conversation. You need not to be afraid. And they brought a boss, Benny, who told you, guess what? We're digging behind the yellow machine. We are digging behind the yellow machine. We are. They had a meeting and they told all the cabinet ministers, they told all the people who were reading on Facebook, you don't discuss that yellow machine thing in public. I challenged the Boaga government to say that. They had a meeting. You leave the yellow machine because the pressure too much. Now, what you see, every time they go now, they can distance themselves from the yellow machine. I thought they would be taking credit for the yellow machine. Why they running away from the same yellow machine? But because they already made a deal, the machine was on the ship coming. Yo. So now, the machine in the hand now, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to handle it.
So Steve, I was listening, but because we're on news break, but we're back. So please, you gotta reiterate because my woman, they don't hear what you say just now. They don't be better.
Yeah. Let me say it to our Omar and then more will come in because the plane noise will come from. The machine, Benny. Y'all remember when they announced the machine? They put Joseph Boaga picture on it. They say the paper will face the country and each county will get 19 or 17 or whatever it is. You remember? And we couldn't hear him about yeah. So the rescue Sanama Swan were passing around. Whether that man or that woman, because when you call yourself Pete, that means you Pete. Me, when you call yourself Pete, I can call you Pete. I'm not afraid to call you Pete if you call yourself Pete. All the Sanama Swan who are passing around wearing yellow and passing around, making joke. Well, guess what? The joke is on you now. And you are passing around and say, Joseph Boaga rescuing Liberia, and he bringing yellow machine, and it was a gift, and the other one, I don't know. Well, fast forward, the yellow machine in town, but Joseph Boaga said running away from the yellow machine. Why is he running away from his own yellow machine? We asked him to bring yellow machine. Bill, they are running away from their own yellow machine. Mark, let me ask you the question before we go any further. Why do you think they made them running away from the yellow machine? Because the yellow machine is supposed to be something that's supposed to get a government boost. I had one of my sisters who attacked me. When I told her, let's verify. You know, Liberian people, you're quick to be carried away. You're quick to get happy. Even when somebody steals something inside and bring it to you, you don't investigate. You're happy. Oh, they pay. We don't care where they get it from. You're supposed to care. Why do you think they're running away from their own yellow machine? Why Joseph Boaga giving it? When Joseph Boaga see yellow machine, you can run far. Oh, when you hear yellow machine, jump out by the marshal and yell yellow machine, you will see what will happen. Everybody will start taking call. Medela Kupo, what the other one in? What the Minister of State name? Grace Bio. Everybody taking call and everybody ducking. So, Why do you think they're running away from their own yellow machine?
Well, from my own understanding, they are running away from this machine because the people that are attached to this machine and those illegal deals they might be signing, they are sanctioned folks, they are renowned criminals. Maybe some of our international partners are raising the red flag on this machine and some of the deals. Because you see, when this thing comes, they will say, oh, it's all speculation. But most often, like, bro, the speculation end up to be the truth than what the government keeps saying after the speculation surface. And it's the same thing with the bosses. You can see the parallel between the yellow machine and the bosses. That's why Melvin Cole is saying if the government of Liberia, if 5 cents of the Liberian taxpayer dollar will go toward this machine, then we might as well scrap the entire PPCC because it is a new precedent that has been set by this government that no other president did before. That you can just go and pick up trash from anywhere, bring it to Liberia, and then people pay for it because we all know they are criminally attached. Because the people in this administration, it's almost like you're doing money laundering, that classic money laundering, right? You go to sign a deal, you put machine in it. 1 minute you're saying it's a sign-up bonus. That's what I'm saying. Which corporation will give you $60 million worth of F-moving machine in sign-up bonuses? I don't know. I don't know the magnitude of the deal, but the amount alone is so exorbitant. And when you look at the whole issue with the boss, it's the same thing. You got a bunch of trash in Ghana, a bunch of scrap bosses. Somebody thought, well, you know what? We can take this thing to Liberia and make money off of it. We can bypass the procurement law and the bidding process and just bring it and take money from Liberian people and get rotten rich overnight. It's the same thing happening with this machine. Why would the country commit $40 to $60 million when you bypass? And matter of fact, there are procurement law that even says set the minimum standard to acquire this kind of a deal. But in fact, the president and his crew now, they bypass the entire PPCC that they can just come and just rip you off and take money from the budget and just claim that, oh, you know what? They were loan. They loan. You're talking about loan now. You go into the lawmaker, but it should have been the other way around. So Melvin Cole is telling you know what? This is the worst we have ever seen. No president has said this kind of a standard. Look, I tell people all the time, there is no difference between Unity Party and CDC. The only difference is you got one group with more experience in criminality than the other group. That's the only difference. But these are real criminals at the highest level, and they will do everything possible to rip you off your resources in Liberia. That's exactly what happening. There is a mafia operation, and he said it right. Joseph Burger have no regard for laws. We saw it with the tenure position. Like, I mean, who else need to say it again? It just all over the place. I saw even Rescue Rambo saying that this government is going to be even more corrupt than a George Weah government. And I keep saying it. Every time Joseph Boaga and George Weah name are mentioned the same sentence, it is a loss for Liberia. And it keep resurfacing. We keep reiterating these facts that the average president can see it for themselves and know exactly that, you know what, these other 6 years again, it's just another questionable 6 years because it's the same old symbol. Matter of fact, maybe it might even be worse than the previous 6 years. That's exactly what he's saying. And that's not coming from SKTV or Monk or Steve. It's coming from Melvin Cole, your own lawmaker.
Well, today, I want to thank the president of our yellow machine. We told him that we're following the yellow machine. Mr. President, you don't need to run away from your yellow machine. Mamaka Kaba, Mamaka Belete Amin, Minister of State, and all the United Party Sanama Swans. You don't need to run away from your yellow machine that it can develop abroad. Just start running away from your yellow machines, please. The Minister of Information, can you please start giving false information? The yellow machine are ours. We own them as part of our developmental project. We told the Liberian people, stop running away from the yellow machine. The government needs to stop running away from the yellow machine. It's not a good sign. Why are they running away from our yellow machine? The yellow machine that each country is supposed to get 19. Why is the government running away from our yellow machines?
Yeah, now that the first budget in the country, why are you running away? Come and clean the machine.
The machine that's so poor is you. The machine, why the papa will be sending in one take a picture, he's driving it and will post it all over the country to let the world know that we are moving toward development. Why are you running away from our machine? Look, Sekou Dukle, a free po, I beg you, chief. Our machine that show all that you're signing up for. Please don't go on okay ever again. Talk funny thing. Go back and take that statement back. Go take it back. Go take it back. Go take that statement back. That the machine or basking in the country and you don't know a key for us. Lawrence, our machine chauffeur, our private fleet in the country. Any attempt to send our yellow machine back, why you're saying our new bosses, but we have problem in our country. We'll keep our machines. Yeah. You're putting your mouth. We told you your legal criminal business. You see, you will not leave it. We behind you now. You please accept. You see how you disgrace yourselves again. You see how you're not bring shame to yourself. Everybody running away from you. To the point that the president again even take Freeport Road again. You got a machine and looking at you, looking at it. You won't see machine. You will see the machine, Prezo. That machine, whenever you put your hand in, you will see it. That machine is a monkey on your back. You will accept that machine by fire, by force. You will accept it. Look, me, I know say the lawmaker there. So you're getting small money, your brother, majority of them will sign up on it. You're not even going through PPCC law. But that machine, you're listening to it today, and you're marked it down. You're mark it down. And that machine will speed up any kind of response from the United States government. And that particular machine thing you put your hand in. You're watching, see. And we you will see. That particular machine that they've been asking you about, how you manage to get a machine and you're scratching your head. And they call you, they ask Grace P where they get it from. Grace P start speaking Chinese. They ask Joseph Baga.
The funny thing about the yellow machine story, the man who's supposed to be managing the port.
They ain't ready yet.
Steve, yeah, the funny thing about this whole machine saga, right? The man who's supposed to be managing the port, that's supposed to be keeping account of inventory arriving at the port. He can confirm that there are trucks and yellow machine, but he still cannot tell us which if the yellow machine was part of the port coming out. Yeah, they know what's up. Apparently,
I'm calling it being on the show. And look, you know, there are certain people who don't want to get into certain things. But when you behave funny, and to Sekou Dougle, the managing director of Freeport, if you know why, I know you better go retract that statement. Because when we bring your story us out on the show here, it will not be easy. We'll bring your story from Minnesota, we'll bring it from Philadelphia, then we'll bring the one what you're doing in Liberia. You better slow down. You better slow down that Liberia we're discussing it. We're not discussing funny. You know who the machine came in for, and you are aware fully. They call you and told you you might go to a funny thing, but we'll behind you too, Sekou. Sekou Dougle will behind you. Just so you know. And we're not leaving it with God, we're not resting. That won't buy no honor. We buy on SKTV, we're not behind the door, we're not behind the hall. We will bring everything us and tell the Liberian people. That machine, you're not to it. In fact, where is the protem? The protem on her birthday today, she's always standing inside the machine and taking picture. That part of the rescue achievements. And at the protem birthday today, they're supposed to, all of them, so Dylan is so beside that machine and taking picture. And y'all say you're a criminal, we behind you. We inside. Our machine, any attempt to send our machine back, it will be problem in our country. We're not sending our machines back. Those machines, we're not sending them back. Our machine.
You know, Steve, they are escaping because yellow machine parts are expensive. So,
but we'll also pass. We'll also aid. Maintenance will also aid. But those machines, we're not sending them back. We're not sending those machines back. We want our yellow machine. Please. Why is the government distancing herself from the yellow machine? Look, that is the question of the day. They seen yellow machine, y'all cost us for a few times ago when we told y'all. And y'all cost us for the bosses. Where our bosses? The new bosses. Melbourne, before we take calls from the
yes, indeed, yeah, because I have to get my own take on the entire issue. Yeah.
Were you able to rob those bosses before they took them back? Our new bosses, can you tell us how our new bosses felt?
For my part, let me just say this to you that as far as I'm concerned, there is no new bosses for Liberia.
When you say you wrote the bosses, so that means you lied to the people as a people.
No, I'm saying, you see, Steve, look,
wait, so you never sat in the bus?
No, because those bosses, to even see them at that time when you and myself, when we have the time to talk about them, it was difficult now because at that time we started hearing the noise, so it like maybe they went to another side for test. So I waited for.
Wait, Wait, Milborn. So I mean the transportation will send you to go catch a bus. You will refund SKPD? No. Because we're not going to do that.
Stop. Let me tell you. You know you always be doing. You can make it out of a newsroom to let me give me answer because
so we say send him also rattle. That was saying small. He will go in front. You know around the Japanese freeway there and catch the bus. We say pay all cap. So are you going to just tell the problem your refund will leave the whole bus beneath?
First of all, I will refund, but let me just make this clear that indeed.
I will people now.
Yes. Yeah, working together indeed. So there are no bus for Liberia, no new buses as far as we are concerned. Those things that have been flying around here, they are no more. You know, I'm looking like the Egyptian you will see them no more. So we're not seeing the buses anymore. So that's it, man.
if we call for protest now to bring our buses back, they will say we hate the government. Why do you come in? Look, you know how many people wanted to ride in those buses? I got people who call and told me they want through the buses to have relief on the relief protection stuff. And some people used to be writing here saying we'll go to UL and students will benefit from it. So I didn't go on. So my people, the buses, just so you know, Joseph Boakai lie. And I say lie with capital letter. He's a liar. Man who lies with no shame face, he lied to you. They carry those rotten buses back. They play the boy from with shame and disgrace. Those were old rotten buses sitting in Ghana, like we said. And we owe no apology for saying the truth. We are unrepentant in saying the truth. I don't care whose feeling gets hurt. It doesn't matter to me. The truth is the truth. And they lie. And because the old man decided to lie to the entire country and the world, he's on a liar list. He has increased the level of lying. In fact, he used to be 4.2. Now he jumped to 4.9 as a liar. We also get to 5.0 liar. Just watch and see. And we come into the machine business and we're discussing the machine. President Boakai, I'm appealing to you. You know I support you. I'm from Lofa County with you. Please, don't say our machine back.
Oh.
No. Don't say our machine. Look, farmers and Liberians are waiting for those machines to embrace them in the counties. Don't send our machines back. And you please stop distancing yourself from the machine. My man, the other time, one other minister, somebody called me and told me because they never dodging the machine. From what I heard yesterday, part of the reason why Eugene Fagon had to slap the guy yesterday is because Eugene Fagon wanted to take picture of the machines. And they say he's talking too much, he go arrest the body.
That's the part. That's the thing that, in fact, even that Eugene Fagon thing, even though we've gone far now, we're ready to even chip in with that. But I think you just knew it. But with the yellow machine, Wahala, and what's going on here and there, I think the government had to come clear and tell us as people as to what happened, where are we. Because, mind you, even prior to the CDC having their militant day that week, we start seeing a lot of posts, coming from some of the government officials, postings indirectly. Some of them were like throwing jabs or talks, like, oh, tomorrow morning the whole country will be yellow. Oh, tomorrow morning they will be surprised. Oh, tomorrow morning this is going to happen. But the entire week ended without any sign or even anything like machine coming up. And
when you spoke and you said tomorrow will be yellow, what did I tell you? I told you said that bunch of liars, nothing will happen.
Yes, indeed, I told you. Yeah.
And I
told you, I said, because from what I'm seeing, from what I'm hearing, it's possible that on tomorrow morning,
you woke me up from my sleep for that foolish lie, and I told you, go back to sleep, Milborn. Nothing will happen. Those guys are a bunch of criminals, and they're liars, and they will put a phone in their mouth. So I got my own yellow suit I will be wearing on Saturday, just so you know. We got to unveil those machines. The president passing around unveiling and dedicating boot, one small boot, that BB machine against the info and take picture. We will take the president, carry the president of Freeport, and you will unveil those machines. The president need to unveil the machine as part of his achievement. He might not run away from the machine. Why are you running away? Your government, why are you going to be running away from the machine? Like you say now, we're saying now we put our hand machine there. We're looking for food to eat. You're saying y'all bring machine. So we get happy now. We happy that the machine will come and clean the place so that we can plant and do other. And I said machine will clean the place and the machine will save Liberian people and will save the Liberian people life or something. Okay. So why are you running over the machine, Benny? So my man, Lauren, let's try to take a few calls so we can hear our people because that thing will be frustrating if our machine can't come. Our machine to the free people, why can't we release it? Our own machine, Benny, inside. Our own machine, what we suffer for?
Okay, let me see what I can activate the lines here.
That's some upload pass, eh? For the one mission business, and some upload pass. Yeah, they can do just
yellow machine pass are expensive. I mean, so we keep machines. Yeah, maybe dry CC. 086-02-1302, 077-825-5050. You can hit us up this evening and be part of the show right here. 086-02-1302, 086-02-1302, 077-825-5050. Those are the numbers you can call this evening and be part of the show. Our first caller is on the line. Hello, your name, where you come from? Hello, your name, where you come from?
Good evening. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate your studio guests.
Your name?
I'm Liberian Sherry, even of Corbin Johnsonville. I really appreciate your studio guest. You know, if you want to criticize somebody, you need to be constructive. You say one thing over and over, and you don't have facts. You just there bring a yellow machine. You guys sit in our studio and just talk a lot of things that you don't have fact about. That is not politics. That is destruction. So you have to rethink before you talk in our studio, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. 086-0. This caller is on the phone lines here. Let me see. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Well, yeah, you chief. Go ahead quickly. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. 086-02-1302, 077-825-5050. This caller is here. Let me see. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you chief. Go ahead. Yeah, you.
Okay, let me first say thanks for allowing us to reflect our concern. But as it relates to the definition of information, the last time I did listen to our brother from tell us that this machine was on class. There will be no machine coming to the country, and Liberian should go later in so the body is a liar, and that you don't have the pedigree to encourage anybody to bring machine. So this is the game. He's not telling us Liberian that indeed there's a machine in the country. Yes, just a bugger has no machine, but then he has not started to take from the machine. How can we reconcile the two statements? Do we think it's serious?
Thank you. Thank you. You. Thank you, my brother.
Liberians, we are learning. We are no longer the past. We are going to tell the cat devil and we are going to do it with information.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for following the show. 086-02-1302, 077-825-5050. This caller is on the phone line. Hello, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, how you doing, my brother? This is Eddie P from Chicken Soup Factory, member of the Respond and Defend. And I'm going to say what's up to my brother, neighbor, with the rest of the crew.
Thank you.
So, sometimes frustration can really give this country. The government continue to what do you expect? You know that it was so brave. Pierre Martin the Bob machine. Pierre Martin Bob machine. They got one brave to take Pierre Martin and have machine photo and start posting the whole Facebook. See that machine. Why you continue to disgrace yourself anyway? It's so shameful you government and just disgracing yourself. You think that's what you're doing here?
Thank you.
You already win. Why you continue to disgrace? No, I'm the brother. The government continue to lie that when people look at the color that get, oh, if you want to ready to wedding, you know how many people at the property? You go watch your boat to go, you want to pay nothing to bring to go, that would move in la process.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point. Yeah, you make your point. 086-02-1302-0778-25-50-50. Stop calling me on private number. I won't take it. 086-02-1302-0778-25-50-50. This caller. Let me see. Hello? Yeah, name where you come from? You say your name? You say your name? That hear you.
You can't get that person on.
My man, you gotta be audio. I'm the fire voice, my man. Thought that member. You can be here, man. 086-02-1302, 086-02-1302, 0778-25-50-50. You're gonna be live on the SKTV show this evening. Let me see who is on this phone lines here. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, anywhere you come from?
I'm just how I call for Kanachi supermarket.
Let hear you.
Let me say this. Just we witness the still everything, and now we are coming to express and not get with you this government because we did not receive any payments from this government. So we are appealing to the communists to come back and see our best to checkmate this government because this government has no future for the young people. A lot of disadvantaged youth are working in the street. So we want to appeal to Mr. Kumi for him to come back and see our best to jump on the lap of our people. Thank you for giving me the chance.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point already. This call, let me see. Oh, okay. This person go off. 086-02-1302. Okay, this person. Hello, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, good evening.
I'm okay. Your name, where you come from?
Thank you. I'm calling from
Is that your name?
my name is Maurice Babajima. I'm calling from
Okay, there you.
I don't understand why we have don't go in around one another. Meaning, we need to have constructive jealousy, not destructive one. For Ghana, we know opposition is there. Everywhere opposition is there. But that opposition brings on things that will be in favor of the people. Not when somebody does something that everybody will go against it. So what are we doing? This yellow machine business is the people bringing the yellow machine business into this country. We all notice that the yellow machine is coming in the interest of the nation. Now let us also play this for the betterment of this country. We can't just be everything because you get all the opposition. So everything from the government does it is wrong, is wrong, is wrong. Let us listen and try to be consistent and just come to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point already. Let me see this person. Okay, this caller go off. This caller gone off the line. You can put in your calls. I'll take 3 more and go to Steve. Let me see. Hello? Yeah, hello. Your name, where you come from? Okay, go ahead. I hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the government is not proceeding rightly and the government is trying to assist always. First thing about the yellow machine, the government said that my yellow machine is somebody will get the machine or up down, get to zero machines in Liberia. And no bosses, the government allowed to prosecute. The government said that there were 300 bosses in the country that people were not going to be catching out of the council, decision in the country. But up to now, all the bosses that have done have taken the bosses back. Kind of so for that, the government is lying and the government is not proceeding.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. You make your point. Make your point. 086, 2 more person. I go to Steve. 2 more. 086, 02-1302. 086, 02-1302. I'll call this country. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm okay. Your name, where you come from?
Robert. Universal College.
Yeah, you Chief, go ahead.
I know, Lawrence. Good evening to my dear brother in the state.
Hey, listen.
You know, I'm so happy that this government is doing well. And for the yellow machine, you know, the code for the yellow machine is 12 to 119. Then the executive order is 419. So, you know, Lauren and myself, we are waiting for our own machine because that Boma road, from Boma to Hindi, from Boma to Popotam, to Bakweda, we need to create a road because we need our own yellow machine. So, Lauren, don't laugh, it's serious. Because these are the people, you know, they put that contact, they put everywhere. They say during the campaign, they have everybody everywhere. So, we don't expect for our yellow machine to be delayed. As my brother, they are saying in TV, let it yellow machine, let it make it and make this opinion so we can see our Lauren.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert. Wow, that's not kidding me. The last person I'll take home will go to Steve 08602. This caller here. Hello. Yeah, your background is noisy. Your name, where you come from?
Well, I call you from District 2, Bone County.
Yeah.
Mr. Sonic Service.
Okay, you come from district number 2, Bone County.
Yes, sir.
Right here, you quickly. You go ahead.
My brother, we are glad to hear that these machines have arrived or they are arriving. But that part of Liberia, if you want to take it, you take it or you leave it. The Cocoa Road is ugly, especially the road from Bangatown to go to St. John.
Yeah.
We want government to do something quick, to even do a quick impact project on this particular road, my brother. We will be happy because if it doesn't happen, that part of Liberia will be cut off from the central region. Seriously, even though we are in the middle,
So
we'll be cut off.
So how many dollars you're paying from Cocoa to Banga right now?
Thank you very much. From Kingston to Eda Banga, we are paying 1,500 to 1,700.
Wow.
Then the main Cocoa route coming from Gorota, passing to Winipona, coming to Same, Tameta, and coming to Banga. If you get on motorbike, another man will tell you say it was 700, it was 400, but right now you gotta pay 1,700. It's not easy. The road is completely damaged. So that government comes in and help us with this road.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
You, the journalist, please try to push it so that even if you go there and take photos of the road, you will know what we are talking about, my brother.
My guys were there 2 weeks ago, so we got some photo here. Thank you, Chief. You make your point.
Very much.
Thank you.
And we ask people to please cry on our behalf. We will be crying while you cry on our behalf.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Steve. Chief Sekou, thanks for coming. See you. All your.
Well, before we get reactions, let's welcome Mr. Connor to the show. Mr. Connor, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So that for our machine, better you want to be African gun to the come on the show. To work on the machine.
I want to celebrate the machine.
Yeah, but quickly, Mr. Connor, I'm not sure if you follow the call-off. What is your reaction before we get into any other conversation?
I didn't follow the callers, so.
Okay. Well, let me react to 1 or 2 callers.
You guys, then I will say something.
Let me react to 1 or 2. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for calling. The second thing I want to say is we on SKTV did not say that there was no machine coming. Let's stop the lies. What we said was this was dubious and criminal. It didn't make no sense. And we stand by it till today. The whole accusation, how they got the machine, what they went through, no problem. In fact, we even asked Chairman Musa Pelete and other representatives who called on here from the government. Most of them said they knew nothing about the yellow machine. They themselves heard the announcement in public from the executive. The executive would do what they need to do and come to them. So we knew that there was a red flag. That's what we said on the show. Secondly, let's agree with your defense strategy or to distract. Even if we say that, and today the machine king, why the government running away from the same machine? Why? So it can be, you can't have it both ways. The second part I want to say is this. For those of you who think that you must just jump to a conclusion to appreciate or thank the government or support the government or praise the government because the government announced that it will bring this or it will bring that, that's you. Other people want to investigate, they want to know, they want to find out, they want to ascertain the fact before they make any kind of commendable statement or praise the government or thank the government. So if we want to go through the investigations before jumping into the praise and worship part of it, what in bad there? We're not doing anything bad. So you stop this. Our responsibility is to do the research and come here and tell you what's up. So if we give you heads up and you come and you fight us, you cost us. We pay for the internet. We pay for the stream yard that you're watching on. We pay for the airtime and other things. Okay. You come here, only thing you have to do is to listen to us free of charge. But then you cost us when we tell you the truth. Then when it surfaces again, then you want us to agree with you. No, we're not going to agree with you. Because you've been wrong all this while. You have been wrong. We're not saying don't support who you want to support. But we are saying we are not in line with praise and worship when things are not done the right way. If the government does the right thing, we will applaud them. For example, the CDC government honor them when the Muslim community goes to trying to go to Mecca to pray yearly. There was always some kind of noise, some kind of confusion, some kind of drama. But under Joseph Human Boycott administration, the first time there was no noise. Guess what? Sekou took upon himself on a personal page to commend the president for that. Let me tell you something. If the president go ahead with the right thing, we would thank him. We would thank the government. We're not enemy to the government. We're not oppositions. No. SKTV is not an opposition platform. At the same way you're trying to bring us doing the real government. No, we're not an opposition platform. We're a platform that will say the truth. Whether the opposition do it, whether the government do it, we'll say the truth. That is our role. So you work with us. We don't say don't get vexed, but don't accuse us falsely. Don't ignore the information we gave you. That's all I want to say to the callers. So just to clarify that. But Mr. Kane, we've been talking about the legislature. They say they get in Keke today. They walk to where the main news on that one. What thing concern on that one? We've been talking about the legislature. Mr. Kane, when you see the flag then up there, I don't even know your own flag. No matter can say I couldn't even wait to see Nima Kante own flag. Mr. Kane, I saw Monserrato flag. Just the flag fell in ambush. Not only that it dirty, it just torn all apart and hanging up there. The best thing you. I saw Magibi on flag. I just give up. So I'm saying this to say to you, these are some of the things that are happening. The legislature are vexed. And we finally have the budget. We'll be going through it like we told the people today so that we can discuss it in details. And we'll bring other people that know about money, business, and finances on the budgeting. So the next few days, we'll be discussing the budget. So y'all get ready again. So what say you, Mr. Canada? What we've been discussing the legislature and the executive. We've been discussing that. And our yellow machine show fair, but the government is running away from the yellow machine.
Why?
And that the question will ask them again. They say we're not supportive. We're opposition. So what we do now? So that the question there to you, the government, Joseph Boycott, I heard they don't go free again, they can take the papa because the yellow machine there. Sekou Dougle came on and said yellow machines are there. So yellow machine came in, but he tried to defend and say enough for government, enough for. So who brought the yellow machine now? Jerry Limek Pia. I'm getting your name finally correct because Mr. Kane has drilled it in my head. Jerry Limek Pia, the information minister, also came and tested himself and the government from the yellow machine. So what is going on with our yellow machine?
When was that? When was that?
I think he had a press conference, I think it was yesterday. So other than just running away from the machine.
thank you so much, and thank you to Melbourne, you Lawrence, for doing what you do for SKTV. So you know the whole yellow machine thing when it started, we didn't say there were no yellow machine. We were asking for the source, how the machines were acquired, whether they follow the normal process of acquiring it, whether they follow regular procurement process, and whether this was something approved by the legislature. And then they started running helter scatter with no
Mm-hmm.
direction, defending the machine. In fact, they say it was just a conversation. The machines, no machine coming. They don't want to say no machine coming yet.
Yeah.
They don't want to lie to the community. They don't want to lie to the Liberian people, not us. Ours is to present the facts, to give the information to the Liberian people. They are the one that actually lie about everything. So if the machines are coming, I learned that they said 30 pieces of the machine were at the port. 30. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is
Our
something,
machine.
and that is not something that you can hide. So I think Sekou thought a little bit ahead of himself. I think he the one broke the news that there were machines at the port, and I don't think that's what the government wanted.
No, they didn't want it.
The machines came a while ago. You and I talked about it, and I told you that they don't know what to do
Yep.
with the machine, how to put the machine story out. I told you that. Almost like a week now.
Yep.
And we actually sent somebody to the port. And the machine, you have more machine coming. You're gonna have more machine coming, and then the Liberian people will know the true nature of Joseph Nimampuaga and his government. Why the machines were announced the first time and not the trucks? I should say that. Why? Because
Mm.
the pictures that surfaced, there was machines and trucks. In fact, somebody said no machine came, says also trucks. And then before other machines surfaced, all of these things, what they were trying to avoid is one that's coming to light. Is the why and how the machines were acquired. What is the contract? What Liberia turned to gain in the whole yellow machine contract? And the fact that the president's son, Mamaka Belete, and other people names are mentioned or lingering around the process, who traveled to where they have meetings, and whether Wulugishi Mountain was discussed, whether some cash, was received here. That's all they're trying to avoid. How can they quiet the people around and at the same time celebrate the machine? First when we learned that the machine belongs to B Mountain, we did some inquiry. And we were told that Martin has not purchased or ordered any new machine as of yet. The last time they ordered it, that was years ago. So Joseph Boakai actually they brought the machine, but the way they acquired the machine, that's why they can't explain. Because the company that they get the machine from, the mining company, those are, some of the criminal companies, that are on record. I told you that they were in Equatorial Guinea. And they were chased out of there because of some dubious act. They exploit the country. Only few in power can enjoy the benefit. And that's exactly what they're going to do to Liberia. And I can tell you, Steve, the scenario of the Bulgarian company that happened to Georgia government, remember that? Before the Bulgarian company went, the company that they sold, they went, they took money, $3.5 million from, and then promising them that they're going to give them the Buchanan port. And then eventually, because McGill and other guy didn't benefit, and whatever they gave Joy, McGill told Joy, say, we can't do it. At the end of the day, those guys ended up suing Liberian government. And the person they hired to be the lawyer at that time, remember, that was former Prime Minister of England's wife, Tony Blair's wife.
The same group that Cummins hired at that time to in his case.
Yeah, so those are the people that they were the lawyer for that company. And Liberia still struggling together. So Liberia, we are already on record as a government of engaging in criminal acts with criminal-minded government, criminal-minded companies and individuals around the world. The truth going to come out. These people, Joseph Boakai, they will comply with them or be exposed. That's what I can tell you right now.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. Folks, if you are just following us, this is SKTV. I know the guys from Liberia left. We'll take a few calls if you are here and you want to partake. And like Mr. Kane said, any question we ask on the show, we know the answer. Yes, we have been doing the research and the digging. We have the information. Over the next few days, the government will have to come clean. Or we tell you, and we can't cause again. But the thing why we talk about the buses, the Ayololo buses have gone back. They carry our new buses back. So, Mr. Canada, where we are, your people not lie again. They not disgrace themselves. And they don't want to talk about it. When you talk about it, they take it personal. They get vests. So, there's not much we can do, folks, who provide information. And let the government kind of debunk us. Let the government kind of say the thing once people say that lie, the thing once say that lie. Let the government kind of waiting for them. We don't get no problem with them waiting for them. But like we said, people went there on SKTV behalf. We have done our investigation. And we are ready for the truth. Like we did with the Ayololo buses. You remember the buses when they came? And we told you that Vlad, and you cost us? Well, we're telling you the machine have Vlad too. They got to tell you where they got the machines from. We're not on no problem with the government. We just want the truth. So we'll be looking at the budget for the rest of the few days up here. We'll be looking at the budget. As I speak to you now, I get the budget. I'm looking at it here. The budget looking at me. I'm looking at it.
So we're going to take a few calls? Because
yes.
We're going to start calling.
Yeah, let's take a few calls from the diaspora and we'll call your name, Mr. Kane, please.
All right. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Principal Power.
Principal Power, let's hear you. What's up?
Yeah, thank you so much for the show. Thank you so much for keeping informing the people.
Thank you.
Look, you see, You know, when someone told you, say, you all eat power. I said, well, my former president said, when you talk about change, you didn't find it was on a change. Or you didn't bother was on a change. How can you change a young person to an old man who went in the government for 42 years, 45 years, in the system? You talk about change? You know why? Why it's so surprising is the same thing people complain on this side, state me doing double plus over and over. And they lie, they say, go to lie, they are lying any second or a minute in the country. How can you come out and say 285 machine was a gift? Then you know, tomorrow I did the machine all the food. Without no differences, no constitutional following. How do you know how to move in your country? I really don't know. If you create something like this, they kind of power to the city, then why is it you really want to be power? Is it because you want to benefit a party? Or what? And you are suffering. And you don't know. The king said, that's party. We are in 6 years that will go with it. 6 years. And later 6 years, 6 more, the country is saying this, everything is become tough in our country, everything, getting all that. What will we do after 3 years, or after 2 years, or 1 year after? What will the country be? Now everybody doing one thing. Everybody is doing one thing. In the end, they want to have it. The person was not the person that managed the countries. The man was 60 years a president. 60 we had a 60 in our material. This is still very party. When NJ said the power, the few hours time you were after a president, that period of time, you were not control the party, the whole party. They the whole country. Look at what is happening. And you now come out as if you see a war. The same thing you call yourself, but we are young this thing, and what's going to happen? And they are happening the same thing. Double. I really don't understand it. And we have a budget. See, the budget part. See, the budget part. Budget is not on in there. The budget is not this is the budget. And it's spending money. How we can budget that is passed, that is progressing, this is spending money. What you do this with the people? They say they know all. Know all, but doing negative or that you're crazy about. It's funny. Yeah, man. It's very funny. I really don't know what to do. But it could think that their party will be better, maybe they'll lie. By the time research for this thing will change, it will change. No matter what you put it, you will not lie. Nobody will do anything in that party until they live over there, and you're living over there. Nobody will come around for it to put it in their pocket. They say the other people are not correct. Then you go show.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so keep your calls coming in. You know, Steve, since the government took power up to where we are now, is there any coherent approach or any sense of direction for anything? If it's not about, money scandal one after another, it will be about some kind of lie, it will be about some kind of traveling, and it will be about drugs. Steve, for God's sake, to tell you Liberia is not proceeding well, to tell you Liberia is right now has no leadership. Look at every investigation initiated by this government. Have you gotten any result for any of it so far? Simple thing, common thing like the fighting between LDEA officials. Up to where we are, Joseph Boakai is unable to make a decision because he's not in control. Yesterday, when we learned that there was a fighting at Noka, Appleton that wanted to be ambassador, they make Appleton chairman of the board of directors, Anoka. Now, Swakoko Dennis, that used to be former, used to be representative, she is the executive director. Now, Appleton calling for meeting and nobody showing up. The board chairman calling for meeting for everybody to come for meeting. Only two people show up. And the other person doing video. You can see it. The chairman called for the video, nobody here. That only me and the chairman and another person. So as we speak, the problem with Joseph Boakai government is lack of leadership. And if you remember the very first time and the last time we had the information minister here, he said the problem for Joseph Boakai government is the way they came to power. People were recruited not based on competency, not based on knowledge or experience, but it was based on accommodating everybody from all the people that form part of the alliance. Everybody that came around in the second round to say we're supporting you, and those that were with them, they were forced to accommodate everybody to give you position. So Joseph Boakai government, they're not going anywhere, at least not right now. There's no sound of them making any progress. And Liberian people, they brought this onto themselves, and they deserve what they're going through. One day we all get to say, you finish sell Liberia. So you don't be careful. You don't back and sell Liberia to some people then. You will see them coming, you will tell us all of your. Because I don't even know what's going to be the next problem, Steve. Do you know that every single ministry and agency are fighting among themselves? Because nobody wants to take order from another person. And other people are saying that Joseph Boakai can't do nothing to them because Joseph Boakai was not the one that appointed them. Joseph Boakai's signature was just put on them. And you can recall most of the appointments letter was signed by the press secretary, right? The appointment announcement. It was not signed by the press secretary that signed it. So Joseph Boakai doesn't even know who was appointed to what position. When there's a problem, the only time they can come to him to tell him what's going on. And they want him to act. When Joseph Boakai was informed about the LGEA fighting while they were in South Korea, it was Dillon that caught the shot. Dillon that told him, fire both of them or suspend both of them. As I speak to you now, the fighting, the reason why you see now Spoon and other guys are going, digging behind the government now, trying to destroy them now because they feel disappointed. Feel disappointed for the fact that they thought this with their government. They're going to control the whole thing. Even though they still have some control, but they're not satisfied with what they have. All the people they plot in every area where they be working and somehow report to them or give them information. They are the same people now running their mouth to them, stating all the bad things about the government. So before you look, you remember I told you the last time that Grace B, they wanted to really remove Grace B. Up to now, they still fighting to do it. Watch and see what's going to happen. The Baga government, before we get to the next 1 year, the government will potentially crumble. Crumble, I mean, from within. And people will start resigning. You know, the guys at Noka, they told them that when you get to Noka, there where the money is. So they went there with the expectation to be millionaire just as Geopolitical said he was going to be. Now they went there, they start to make their own budget, pay themselves. As board of directors. And they want to function as the executives. While Swakuku then say, no, we are the executive, we don't want to be doing the day-to-day operation of the agencies. We don't want to have cars and offices. Your umpire, your board of directors, you can have a meeting. You saw the chart that was posted on social media, how much money they want to get for themselves. Then that's how it's looking. In fact, at the finance ministry, Steve, all the money they're collecting, Maritime, all the money they're collecting, Freeport, all the money they're collecting, the money not making it to the LRA. I mean to the Liberian Revenue Authority. Only a portion of it. So they just came to exploit the country, no sense of direction, no understanding of governance. All they want to do just to come and steal enough, then some of them will start resigning. Just watch. By the end of their first year, you'll see a lot of hell fallings. A lot of hell be falling, I'm talking about like people resigning, dropping from this government. Because they're not going to go anywhere. Nobody's in control. And there's no trust. You know, the last time we told you here that they were making peace with Henry Costa to talk for them. You saw Henry Costa had a meeting with Amara Kone, meeting with Dillon, meeting with Mo Ali. Almost everybody fighting over him. And we told you that Costa and Dillon will never fall apart. You saw Costa post about Dillon, right? President Dillon calling him the light, calling him his senator. In the midst of everything Dillon been going through, lying about $50,000, stealing from the Liberian on a daily basis. There you have Costa now praising him, because it's not just for what's going on right now. It's for who is to support, talk for the highest bidder. And because Dillon and Costa didn't know what they have been doing to the Liberian people in terms of corrupting the people, this thing is going to be very, very ugly. Who expected Costa to be anywhere close to this rescue people, the people that he actually put the label on them, calling them ungrateful Sanama Swamp? And you saw how those people reacted to Costa. Now Costa is now with the rescue people. That's why when I tell you Liberia is not a serious country, we don't have a lot of serious minded people in our country. Some people can get angry about it, but it's true. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, when you see Costa saying good things about Susanyima Boakai, the government, let's give the man chance, let's do this, let's do that. You see that the same Sanama Swan that he called, and those ungrateful Sanama Swan will be doing there again, calling him hero, praising him, telling him thank you. That's the kind of country we have, that's the kind of people we have. So in short, for some reason, I'm just sick and tired of these people. And I can tell you, Steve, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few days, but something crazy will happen, and a lot of people will drop in from this government very soon. And they know exactly what I'm talking about. But will not be the first to say it, because they say we don't always got the bad news for them. But something crazy will happen very soon, and most of them will be dropping from the government out of shame and disgrace. Right now, they are divided over everything. What happened to the audit? What happened to the War and Economic Crimes Court? What happened to Joseph Boakai auditing all the government? You saw Joseph Boakai asset declaration, how incoherent and disjointed it is. Is Joseph Boakai going to come to defend it? No. Joseph Boakai don't even know what's going on. They just put it together and just put it there. Probably forget it will do it for you. But Steve, when some of them resign, there where you hear the real stories behind how this government being, managed. We don't have a government. Let me be honest with you, because a government without hair, that's not a government. And Joseph Boakai is not in control. Now, Unity Party people, not all of them are together in terms of allowing Yombly and Delone to control the party, because they are afraid of potential fallout in 2029. And soon, very soon, Jeremiah Kung will start talking in public, and will take on those guys who are actually saying that he should not be consulted, he should not be the one, representing Joseph Boakai if Joseph Boakai is not able to perform. Jeremiah Kung is supposed to be the one actually in charge, since the president is nowhere to be found. But no, they try to limit Jeremiah Kung, try to push him out, push him on the side. Not only at the Senate level, not only at the level of the Senate, he's supposed to be the president of the Senate, but that's not one area where they try to isolate him. But even the governing system, the man who's supposed to be the principal advisor to the president, the man who's supposed to be next to the president, the last person to make decision, he's not aware of anything. That's what you call government, Steve. I will stop there for today.
Well, Mr. Kane, I wanted to give you time because we started the show and you were not here. But I mean, there is nothing that you've said that is deniable. We're just waiting for time. And we're saying it today again. They might come here and insult, get vexed, or whatever it is. But the truth of the matter is they will prove us right. And we have always been right. That's why we have never shied away from the conversation. We will always be right. Because the truth is the truth. And so to those of you who think this is a joking matter, to those of you who think we're joking around, let's watch and see. The fallout, let Mr. Kane say, will be a lot. The fallout will be a lot. So let's watch and see, Mr. Kane. I agree with you. I'm willing for us to watch them and see them. They will hang themselves because that's what they do best. And we go from there, we move. Some of us, we have no issues. We're just here to watch. And we'll go from there.
Yep. That's what it is, man. We can cut our day because I know you guys been here for almost 2 hours now.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Kane. We'll call it a day. I will leave you to close with your people.
No, I don't have time.
Okay, but then I will close.
Yeah, just go ahead and close it.
Okay. Well, folks, y'all, thank you. Thank you so much. This is how we draw the curtain. We'll be back tomorrow. We're reviewing the budget, line by line, item by item. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast